He says, "Hi, Zach. Big fan of the show and new to Ask Zach." Well, welcome. Glad you're here. Chip Kelly lost his third season opener to a Colorado team that went 5-7 last year with a new coach. They got another new coach that was a previous UCLA head coach driven out of UCLA and started a quarterback who played safety last year. Chip is going to be fired. I think what you mean. I think I follow, which means that I didn't watch UCLA's opening game because UCLA is terrible. Sounds like they lost to a coach who they used to have as their head coach and a quarterback who used to be a safety in the first week. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. So the question is, though, what is UCLA's ceiling in head coaching candidates? Their new AD, Martin Harmon, athletic director, by the way, was on the committee that hired Urban Meyer at Ohio State and hired a new head coach at Boston College that seems to be great. I know an Urban Meyer is out of the reach, but who can they get? Did Chip ruin the job permanently, or will a new apparel sponsor make the job more enticing? Thank you. Keep up the great work. I don't know how an apparel sponsor would really help make the job more enticing, to be honest. I don't think it matters at all. Urban Meyer, that's a pipe dream. It'd be amazing. I don't know why Urban Meyer would go to a program that isn't established and interesting and got a big draw. Urban Meyer is like one of the biggest brands in college football from a coaching perspective. He can have any job he wants. He certainly does not want the UCLA job. He might be waiting out to get the USC job, but I don't think he's ever going to go to UCLA. So UCLA has two routes to go, in my opinion. Either you hire a guy who's been a successful college coach at a lower level. So my personal favorite coach in college football that's not at a Power 5 conference. There's a lot of good coaches all over the country. The guy I think it gets no recognition and no respect is the Cincinnati head coach, Luke Fickell. He's really good. He's got good schematics. He's really smart. If you hire Luke Fickell at UCLA, give him a 5-year contract, and then get out of the way. You don't bother the guy till year 5. Give him 5 years to build the program, and if you do that, a guy like Luke Fickell might just actually pull that off. So I think part of why Chip Kelly has failed is because he lacks passion. You look at the guy. I know some of the guys who play there. Everything I've heard about Chip Kelly sounds like a guy who's there to get a paycheck, who I don't think has this deep desire to succeed. And I'm sure everybody wants to succeed, but people that I know that play for Chip Kelly say the dude just doesn't leak out this deep desire and energy and passion and fire that they really hoped. And so that's kind of, I think, Chip Kelly's problem at UCLA. Now, here's the other thing. You could hire a guy, I think Luke Fickell, Cincinnati, really, really, really good head coach at Cincinnati. The other option is you could copy what Arizona State has done with their program, which is to say that, hey, high school kids, we're going to hire NFL coaches and guys who know the NFL, and we're going to teach you and give you the skill set so that when you come to our program, we'll teach you how to get to the NFL and stay in the NFL and be prepared for the NFL. Sell the NFL. So maybe you'll hire a guy like Deion Sanders. I think he's at Jackson State right now in Mississippi. Maybe Deion Sanders. I think actually the guy I would hire if I was UCLA. This is the dark horse, the number one. If I'm the person running UCLA, the number one coaching candidate I would go get. I would absolutely copy the gimmick and the approach that it's not. I wouldn't even call it a gimmick. That's probably the wrong word there. I would copy the approach that Arizona State has taken, saying, "Hey, we're going to take young kids, teach you how to get to the NFL and how to stay in the NFL. And we're going to hire an NFL coach who's been in the NFL and done good stuff to teach you how to get there." So I would hire my number one coaching, my number one option if I was UCLA, the number one person I would pursue and try to hire. I would go hire Rex Ryan, the guy who's been the Jets head coach, the Buffalo Bills head coach, a defensive coordinator for the Ravens, done very, very well there. I think he won a Super Bowl even with the Ravens. And I would get, if you think about Rex Ryan compared to Herm Edwards, where was Herm Edwards a star in the NFL? Hard Knocks. People loved him because Herm Edwards had this incredible energy. And then, oh, hey, guess what? Herm Edwards went to ESPN. And I think maybe CBS or wherever he broadcasted, he did a great job because Herm Edwards has a really big personality. And part of recruiting is you have to be a personality people want to fight for and be around. Rex Ryan has so many similarities to Herm Edwards, where he's been an NFL coach. He was great on Hard Knocks. He was great on TV. He's interesting on TV. He's an NFL mind who's got a great personality. Rex Ryan could recruit. My gosh. Oh, by the way, Rex Ryan's son is already in LA coaching for the LA Chargers. So, hey, Dad, come to my city. Let's get Rex Ryan to reunite with his son in Los Angeles, coach for UCLA. I am telling you, my crazy, put on the tinfoil hat, the hope, the desire, the prayer I have. I'm not a UCLA fan. I probably have to pick one. I'd probably lean towards USC, actually. But if I'm UCLA, my approach is this. Hire Rex Ryan. Get a guy in there who's a great recruiter who knows the NFL. Hire other people who've been coaches in the NFL before. Sell the idea of the NFL. And that works. It's working for Arizona State. They're dominating recruiting in the Pac-12. Say, we're UCLA. We're going to teach you how to get to the NFL, stay in the NFL, and give you the tools, the coaching, and the resources and the skill set to succeed in the NFL. That is what I would do if I was the athletic director at UCLA.